Today I'm going to attempt to build a stray farm out of a skeleton spawner in Minecraft Hardcore. Can it be done? Well, let's play. But first, here's a little update on what I've been up to since last episode. Mostly I've just been AFK at the Wandering Trader farm, so that way I could get some sand. Because if you remember, there's no sand in our 200 by 200 world. And though I've had a few Wandering Traders spawn, I haven't got any sand yet. I also had a really productive trip in the Nether. After doing something really stupid, I built a staircase back up to my portal and gathered up some quartz, and then I stumbled upon a Nether fortress. I decided to explore and I found a blaze spawner. I grabbed me a few blaze rods and then I decided to do some piglin trading. So after that, I went home and fixed up my starter base and worked on my villager trading hall. I still don't have any paper, so making any books and getting librarians is kind of out of the question. Although a villager did give me Feather Falling 2 boots, which I combined into Feather Falling 4. Welcome back everybody to my Minecraft Hardcore series, and I want to say thank you so much for all the amazing support from last episode. You guys are so cool and amazing, and I really do appreciate it. So, you know, we were talking about the paper and the librarians, and that I'm not going to be able to get any paper on this series, and I don't know if that's actually true, well, with the paper, but check this out. So, I have a book, right? Now, I can grind that off, the enchantment, and I can get a regular book. So, if I can find 2 more of those books, I can make a lectern for a librarian, and then those librarians can sell me bookshelves, and then I can get a bunch of books by trading with librarians. So if we can find 2 more books, we can get us a librarian, which will be absolutely fantastic. All right, so if we have time at the end of this episode, I might try to find us some more books so we can get us a librarian. But for now, what we're going to do is we're going to go up here and we're going to get some powdered snow, which is going to be a key ingredient for this stray farm that I'm going to make. And you know, it's something that I actually have in abundance. Okay, yeah. Ooh, here's the powdered snow. So you can tell there's a different texture. This is the regular snow, and this is the powdered snow. So it does look slightly different, so you can tell. But I think we need to get about 6 or 7 buckets of this stuff. Okay, and we're also probably going to need some fence gates. I'll take a couple of those, and I'd say probably a sign. We're also going to need an infinite water source. We're going to need some kelp, and we're also going to need some soul sand, which is right here. We'll just need one of those. Oh, we'll go ahead and grab some slabs and also some trapdoors. Oh, and we're also going to need a bunch of cobwebs. And if I had some, I would also get some tinted glass, but unfortunately I don't have that, but that's optional. So, okay, let's head down to the spawner and we'll get to work. Okay, here we are. Now, what we want to do is we want to knock out all of this cobblestone, and we want to make this room a 9 by 9 room in all directions. So we want to knock out this, and this, and this, and the floor, and we need to take care of all of it, and I wish I had a beacon. It would make things so much easier. Okay, so once you have all of the cobblestone removed, you should have 4 blocks on each side of the spawner. So just like that, 4 blocks this way, and also 4 blocks this way in each direction. So now what we're going to do is we're going to dig down 5 blocks from the bottom of the spawner. So this will be our first layer, and then this will be our second layer, and so on, and we want to remove 5 layers. Okay, so I had to go get me a new pickaxe because mine was about to break, but now I've got efficiency 5, so that should help me out a little bit. But now what we need to do is make an infinite water source. So if we just go over here, and you guys know how to do this, you just make 2 little things like that, you get some buckets, like that, and then this is our infinite water source. So now what we need to do is, it doesn't matter really which direction you go, but we need to put 2 water buckets right here and right there in the corner like that. And then go ahead and grab you 2 more buckets of water, and then you can close this in because we don't need that anymore. Now the next thing we're going to do is break out the floor, but we're only going to do it where there's no water. So we're going to do here, just like that, and then all of these. Okay, and now once you have that part done, you're going to come over here in the middle, and you're going to go over to this wall, and you're going to dig 3 blocks into the wall, just like this. And right here, you're going to dig down 2 blocks. Okay, now we're going to take some fence posts, and we're going to put them right here. But this dummy forgot them, so I got to go back home and get them. So this is a good time for Viewer challenges. Well, it would be a good time for viewer challenges, but I don't have any, so you have to let me know in the comments what you guys want to challenge me with next time. So instead of a viewer challenge, I have a riddle for you this episode. Here's the riddle. If a rooster laid an egg on top of a roof, and he was facing north, which way would the egg roll on the roof? Let me know in the comments if you know the answer to that. Alright, so now that we have our fences, we're going to put them right here like that. And then we're going to turn around and we're going to break all of the blocks on the edges of the water, just like this. Okay, so now all the water is getting pushed into there. And so all the skeletons that spawn will go right into this area. Okay, so I just blocked off this area here so I can work easier. And what I'm going to do is take my fence gates and put it right here. And right here, and we're going to open those up. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to break this block right here and we're going to replace it with dirt so that way we can plant our kelp on top of it. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go inside of here and we're going to dig up 37 blocks. Now, the reason why we have to go up so high is because we have to drop these skeletons down after they've been converted into strays. And so it's going to have to go way up and then it's going to have to fall down. And we're going to have an AFK spot right up here above the spawner. Okay, now that we have our hole dug all the way up here, we're going to go over 8 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to dig a hole back down to the spawner. But first what we're going to do is we're going to place a bucket of water right here so we can get back up here. Okay, so right here is the hole that we just dug, and this is where our strays are going to fall down in. And our AFK spot will be just right above the spawner here. But let's go ahead and break these blocks, and then we'll add our kelp in. So we're just going to keep bone milling this until it goes all the way to the top of our water elevator. And then we can come back down, and then we can break it. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take that dirt, we're going to break it, and we're going to replace it with soul sand, and that'll make us a bubble elevator. Okay, so now we're going to make our AFK room, and what we're going to do is the ceiling of the spawner room, that's going to be our floor. Now, like I said earlier, I was wanting to make this like tinted glass so that way I could see the spawner, but I'm going to have to do that later because I don't have any glass. So what I'm going to do is just go up here and mine all this out. Okay, now that we have a nice little room here, what we're going to do is close in this hole. We're going to put 2 chests right here like that, and we're going to put a hopper going into the chest, and make sure your hopper is right above this hole. Okay, now we're going to make our little killing chamber, and what we're going to do is just place blocks around it like that and put a slab on top of our hopper, and we're going to take some trapdoors and go around it like this, and we won't put it on the front because this is where we're going to swing and kill all the strays. Okay, so now just behind this, we're going to place some blocks down like that, and we're going to put ladders on here. And now we're going to dig all the way up to wherever this hole starts, and that's where we're going to turn our strays, or our skeletons, into strays. Alright, so now if we go up here, we should start seeing skeletons. Here they are. Now, one thing to remember is that they need to be able to fall 23 blocks. Anything more than that, they're gonna die. So you want to be able to come down here and you want to be able to punch them with one hit, just like that. Okay, so make sure to make this drop 23 blocks. Okay, now this is how we're going to turn the skeletons into strays. We're going to take some powdered snow and we're going to just fill this in just like this, and we're going to go all the way down to the very last one except for here. And this is where our drop is, and right here we're going to put a cobweb. And let's put one more right here. Now when the skeletons come up here, let me actually, you know what, let me go ahead and break this stuff out. Okay, we might be able to see it now whenever they turn into strays. So let's go ahead and go back down. Let's spawn some, and then let's come back up and see if we can see them turn into stray. Alright, let's go ahead and go see if we have any skeletons up here and see if they are turning into strays. Okay, now we have a guy with leather. Sometimes that's going to happen. They will not turn... How is that possible? I thought if they had leather on, they wouldn't turn in, maybe because he doesn't have a helmet. That's interesting. Anyway, we want them to turn into a stray before they fall. Because whenever they turn into a stray, their health regenerates. And they're going to fall down 23 blocks, and you're going to be able to kill them with one hit. So this is actually working out perfect. Okay, so I've been AFK here for just a few minutes, and we've already got a whole bunch of strays in here. Let's go ahead and take them out and see how many levels we get. And as you can see, they're all one hit, except for that guy, he had armor on. Sometimes that's gonna happen, that's fine. But anyway, yeah, we got a ton of arrows of slowness and regular arrows. We got armor, we got bows, we got all kinds of good stuff now. And then, not to mention, we get the levels too, which is fantastic. So yeah, other than getting the arrows of slowness, there's really no need to convert these guys into strays. The reason I wanted to do it is just because it's cool. And I don't know, I think it's interesting, and it's a cool mechanic of the game to use the new powdered snow. So it is comment of the day time, and this one is from Justin Masters, who said, "Tim Be Nice, this is my favorite video that you've done. Your audio, cuts, entertainment factor are all on point, and right up there in quality with some of the best." And Justin, I want to thank you so much for that comment. This is why I do it. I try to outdo myself every time, and I'm really glad that you liked it. I do this for you guys. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and try to find some more books so that way I can get a librarian. And I will catch you in the next one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. I'll see you guys later. Take care, and remember, be nice.